I don't know what he was looking at, because we haven't been 63 in a while.
No. Who knows?
You push a button there?
Yeah, Apparently.
Steve Young's here. We gotta have.
I said, that's why we're waiting. We should have started already, but I thought, let's wait till all the police get here in case Steve gets out of hand. All right. Call the meeting to order.
Mayor Beeson,
Present.
Vice Mayor Stover,
Here.
Commissioner Spillman.
Here.
Commissioner Tweedy,
Present.
Commissioner Warren.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Spielman has agreed to do the opening prayer.
Please join me. Father, we just ask for your protection for our members of our first responders. They've been through a lot in the last few weeks. We ask that you be with them as they continue their work. Also, the city crews, we ask that you protect them and their diligence that they do each day. We also wish that you would give us guidance as we make decisions here tonight. We ask all of this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Commissioner. Please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Are there any additions or deletions?
Yes, Mayor, we would like to add section 6, new business city manager department. We want to add item number 4, which is a resolution authorizing the city of Arkansas City to accept $115,840 in federal grant funds from the Kansas Department of Wildlife through the National Park Service Land and Water Conservation Fund. Project number 20-00839 for Wilson Park Pickleball Courts project, and committing local match of $115,840 provided by a private fundraising group for a total project cost of $231,680.
Make a motion that we approve the addition.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries.
I move we approve the agenda as amended.
Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion approved. Motion passes. Awards and proclamations.
Proclaim July 26, 2025 as National Independence Day in Arkansas City.
Okay. Proclamation. Whereas National Disability Independence Day is celebrated each year on July 26th to commemorate the signing of the Americans with Disabilities Act on July 26, 1990. And whereas this legislation established a clear and comprehensive national mandate for the elimination of discrimination against individuals with disabilities. And whereas the ADA provides protection from employment and other forms of discrimination by reducing barriers and changing perceptions, increasing full participation in community life, and providing better access to goods, services, and communications for people with disabilities. And whereas, although ADA has helped millions of Americans with disabilities to achieve equal treatment for disabled individuals, there are still barriers to public accommodation of which governments, corporations, and business owners need to be aware of. And the full promise of ADA only will be reached if we remain committed to continued efforts to implement it fully. And whereas, throughout the year and on the anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act, this city and its Equal Opportunity and Accessibility Advisory Board celebrate and recognize the progress that has been made by reaffirming the principles of equality and inclusion and recommitting our efforts to reach full ADA compliance. Now, therefore, the mayor of the city of Arkansas City does hereby proclaim Saturday, July 26, 2025 as National Disability Independence Day in the city of Arkansas City, and hereby reaffirm that the city and its citizens will continue to work towards full compliance with the Americans with Disabilities Act. Okay. Recognition of visitors and staff.
Recognize Police Department promotion of Sergeant Ivan Velasquez to Lieutenant.
evening, Mayor Beeson and City Commissioners. We're a few weeks behind, but want to keep you up to date. I'm pleased to announce the promotion of Sergeant Yvonne Velasquez to the position of Patrol Lieutenant with our Kansas City Police Department, which was effective May 17th. Sergeant Velasquez began his service with ACPD on January 3rd of 2017 and has consistently demonstrated professionalism, dedication, and leadership throughout his career. He was promoted to Master Police Officer on March 14th of 2020 and subsequently to Sergeant on June 1st of 2024. Over the past several years, he has served as our primary field training officer, playing a key role in preparing and mentoring newly hired officers. Yvonne's commitment to personal and professional growth is evident through his completion of several leadership development programs, including Leadership Reset, Leading Yourself to Better Lead Others, Law Enforcement Leadership Development, Leadership for a Lifetime, and the Ivory Tower Leadership. His proven leadership, mentoring experience, and dedication to the department make him exceptionally well suited for his new role. I always discuss with the city manager promotions and hiring decisions, and I'd like to read what City Manager Randy Frazier responded when I conferred with him about Yvonne's promotion. Chief Holloway, thank you for sharing your intent to promote Sergeant Yvonne Velasquez. Based on his outstanding performance, leadership in training new officers, and the critical support he has provided through his Spanish-speaking skills, I fully support his promotion to the lieutenant position. Yvonne's dedication, professionalism, and commitment to the department has clearly made him a valuable asset, and I am confident he will continue to excel in his new leadership role. With that being said, please join me in congratulating Yvonne in his new position as a patrol lieutenant.
I need at least two of you to stay until Steve leaves.
He's here.
Yeah. They're probably waiting outside. I didn't want you getting too self-confident there.
I'll tell you a little story on March 14th, 2020.
Go right ahead. I'll take it real quick.
That young man was one of the three that my little sister
Oh,
brought over to my house to ask me to find another place to live.
gotcha. Well, good. That's good to hear. All right. Consent agenda.
Approved July 1st, 2025 regular meeting minutes as written. And item number 2 is a resolution authorizing the city to complete the purchase of property located at 2216 East Chestnut Avenue from Patty K. Brown for the total amount of $14,000 and accept the quit claim deed as presented.
And that's for the,
Yes, so this is the property that we're going to build the elevated water storage
Right.
on the east pressure zone. So over in Crestwood addition, that area.
Okay.
So this will support that whole east pressure zone improvement project forward.
great, great.
Move that we accept the consent agenda as written.
Second.
Second.
Any further comments? All right, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Public hearing.
Hold a public hearing and consider a resolution declaring structures located at 113 South 8th Street, 211 North 5th Street, 219 North 5th Street, 514 South 6th Street, 113 South 8th Street, 1200 West Linden Avenue, 314 East Maple Avenue, and 309 East Van Buren Avenue as unsafe, dangerous, and directing that said structures be repaired, shored, or otherwise made safe, or in the alternative demolished.
Mayor, Commissioners, I This one right here is down here on 8th Street. That was a fire job. And they did get a permit for a demo, but they're very, very slow about getting it done. So that's why I want to go ahead and bring it before you to get it set as a dangerous structure to where that if they don't comply within the 30 days after this hearing, that we can step in and go ahead and get it taken care of.
Are we holding back insurance on that further demolition if we have
She did not have any.
insurance?
That's the picture of the roof, as you can tell. Next. And as you can tell, it collapsed down. Those they have made progress on the demo parts. They are making a little bit of progress on it. That's the southwest area back there. That's concrete back there, but that's all going to be coming down too. But it's pretty much self-explanatory on that. Next one, please. This is 211 North Fifth Street. On this one here. This one here is right across the street from the Francis Willard School back there. As you can tell, the windows are broken out and it's not secure. There is issues with it structurally, and it's a blight to the community right there. Also, too, that's the front porch, as you can tell, it's rotted. That's the roof on the northwest side right there, and it's rotted out. Here again, more rot on the sides of the building and the structure. And that's the west end of the house, and it's rotted out. So it's in very bad disrepair. And pretty much the same thing all the way through there. And then that's a picture from the front door that was open inside. And if you look where that insulation is, you can see daylight straight up.
So this one's probably not going to be repaired.
No, it's way more costly than the 50% value
Sure.
of the house. Yeah. 219 North Fifth Street is two houses to the north of that one. Here again, this one has been vacant for years. It's not secure. Doors are wide open. Well, the back door is anyway. Missing windows. And like I said, it's wide open. There is some structural issues with it. Some of the rot on the roof, so as you can tell right there on that roof there, it's caved in.
Right.
There's the door that's wide open that we took a picture of.
You guys try to shut those up, or is
Well, what we do, we go ahead and shut them, everything, but 2 days later.
if
they're
you don't
back
board
open.
them up, it's not going to matter?
No, we don't board them
Right.
up yet.
Okay.
Did we board up all the windows that are boarded up now?
Or is that them?
Which windows are you talking about?
Right here.
Oh, these
They're
right
on the
here?
left.
Yeah, no, we didn't board anything.
Okay.
Yeah. We leave them as is. That one's kind of fuzzy there. This one is 514 South 6th Street. This one I call the leaning tower of city of Arkansas City. The whole house is listing to the north right there. So it's about ready to fall in eventually. The roof has issues with it. It's rotted. That's the east side of the house right there. As you can tell down low there by the gas meter, it's rotted out, so there's structural problems with that too. But here again, it's listing to the north. 1200 West Linden Avenue. This is one of them that I gave you the packet for right there. I mean, the papers. As you can tell, when I took these last week, there's a lot of vegetation around there, so we'll go through these. This is pretty much self-explanatory. That's an auxiliary structure. That's the house right there. As you can tell, it's in bad shape and everything. And that limb is actually on the roof. And there's some foundation issues with it right there on that part of it. But if you go to the packet on the first part here, if you look on it, the very first picture on your left side there is the front porch there. And as you can tell, some of the roof is falling in on it. Right. And the next one to the right of that is actually that tree limb showing that is on the roof. Then if you turn over to the next page, then that's the porch sideways, and it's got some rot onto it and everything. And then the next picture to the right of that is actually that auxiliary structure that's fallen in. And the next page there, the same thing. And then the one to the right on the last page, the last page there, you can tell that the threshold and everything's rotted completely out from underneath the door there. Then on the very back there, you can see the foundation issues with it, with the holes in it and everything. You know, like I said, I took these back in March when there was no vegetation, and the vegetation hides a lot of it.
Right.
514 East Maple.
314.
Oh, I'm sorry.
314.
Yeah, 314. What did I say?
514.
314. As you can tell, there's a rot on the wood floor there. The foundation is cement block is basically losing its mortar. Rot on the front porch. And then right there, I really can't tell by that, but the top part of the window's missing. The glass is. Same thing with that one there. Or foundation issues with that, it's cracking and everything. Rot underneath the door to the back porch. There's nothing holding that. And another foundation issue with that right there is starting to separate. 309 Well, I'm getting these addresses wrong. 309 East Van Buren. Okay. This is another one where I took the pictures last week. And that's the other one here that I gave you on the ones that I did in winter time. Anyway, the vegetation hides a lot of the issues on it, but I went ahead and took pictures of what it is there, or what it is. Yeah, get that. But you can tell right there is foundation issues with that. On that. And then if you go to the packet right here, the paper that I gave to you, the first paper there on it, it shows the roof line there. There's rot on the roof line there. The second picture to the right of that, foundation issues falling apart on the paper there. I took these pictures in March. And the next page is the same thing, foundation issues. It just shows it a lot more clear for you. Right. And the same thing with the next page. The very last page is the porch, which is rotting too. But like I said, the vegetation, it hides a lot, when it comes out. That's why I went ahead and got these for you all. Anyway, sorry for just getting the addresses. Anyway, those are the dangerous structures that we have, and those are 7 out of probably 60 that I could have before you. Do you have any questions, anybody?
They've all been notified a couple of different times, haven't they?
It goes in the paper twice,
Right.
and then we send a certified letter to them. Yes, to the address that is on the county record. We do everything that the state requires.
Has anybody on this list contacted you to make any kind of plans on what they were going to do with it, or?
With the structures.
Yes, with the ones that you've presented.
Heard from anybody?
Well, the one on Maple Avenue there, the guy did get a permit for it about 30 days ago, but he hasn't done nothing to it.
Okay.
So, if they get a permit, I'm not going to hold up on getting it before the city commission
Right.
for decision on that.
I will add that I did mail those certified. I did receive all 7 of them back though, and we mail it to the address that's on file for the owners. So
And they came back all unsigned.
unsigned,
And
right? Yeah, they all bounced back.
All of these properties possibly tax
Delinquent?
input, yeah, no tax has been paid on them for a while.
Some of them have, yes. Yeah, there's been quite a few of them that they're behind on taxes. Absolutely. They get to the point they just give up sometimes.
Sure.
But thank you all.
Yes, ma'am. Come on up to the front, please.
Probably open the public.
Yeah, we need to open
Oh,
public
yeah.
hearing.
Okay.
Make a motion that we open a public hearing.
Okay.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay, come on up, ma'am. State your name and address.
113 South 8th.
Okay.
I think you guys might have missed it. We might have missed it already. We got the permit because we hired someone to take it down. I didn't know that he didn't get a permit. Well, then when I found out, we went up and we paid the permit. And now it's just my friends are coming by and trying to help take it down, which we have it almost down. And we brought somebody to help talk. I'm not very good at talking with people about this stuff. So I didn't know what I needed to do, but we're trying to get it down. We got most of it down.
Okay.
And so that's what we can do. I didn't know what we need to do.
And Mike talked about it just before you got here, and he said that you guys had made some progress on it. We probably need to move forward, but he did say that there was progress being made on it, and you guys had been working on it.
Okay, so how long do we have to finish or, we don't know where we stand on what we're supposed to be doing, besides getting it down.
Sure.
From the time that the city commission deems it a dangerous structure, you have 30 days to have it finished. Now, if I want to go in there and have the crew come in and take it out, if you made really significant progress, no, I'll give you more time.
Yeah, we've got, I think it's all, is it still hanging or is it all the way down?
The roof is almost completely to the ground.
Yeah, it's just the guy that done it, then the beginning that I hired, he took the outside walls off instead of doing the inside first where we can, so he did all backwards, and so that's where we're having a hard time doing it without it doing any more damage to anything, so. But,
What they did, they started at the walls instead of the roof.
yeah,
You know, so they're taking the roof down like that.
Sure.
The walls, which collapsed it, which makes it even
More dangerous, right?
Like I said, if you make good progress on it.
yeah, we have someone there every day trying to do something, so,
You guys have made some good progress.
yeah.
I would just recommend staying in good contact with Mike, and as long as he knows that there's progress being made, I don't think he's going to rush in.
Yeah, you got 30 days, and on day 31, I'll be able to talk to you.
Okay, yeah, I'm just next door to my mom, so.
No problem.
Before you walk away, can I get you to state your name? I'm sorry.
Ashley Dill.
Ashley. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Would anyone else like to speak?
I'm sorry.
Nope. Okay.
Make a motion, we close open.
Okay.
Session.
Second.
All in favor of closing the public hearing?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Okay. So we did the public hearing. Do we need to make a motion on this one then?
We do.
Okay.
Make a motion that we can approve a resolution declaring structures located at 113 South 8th Street, 211 North 5th Street, 219 North 5th Street, 514 South 6th Street. And we already did 113 South 8th Street, 1200 West Linden Avenue, and 314 East Maple Avenue, and 309 East Van Buren as unsafe, dangerous, and directing that said structures be repaired, shored, or otherwise made safe, or in the alternative demolished.
Second.
All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.
Sorry about that.
New business.
City Manager Department, item number 1 is a resolution authorizing a new 5-year agreement between the City of Arkansas City and the Cali County Rural Fire District number 5 to provide fire protection services at that district, including an increase in the annual levy from 7.5 mils to 7.8 mils.
Yeah, so this would just be basically an increase in the mills from the fire district to the city to provide the fire service that we do. We requested some additional funding from the fire district during the county's budget process to help with the fire department renovation or, new builds, whatever we end up doing there. But since we do service that fire district, it was, hopeful that they would participate in the upgrade of that facility. So this is what that amounts to. So currently this amounts to $18,000 to $20,000 more a year for that.
So it's not going to really help, but it's a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
It's a step in the right direction.
Is it pretty much standard that 5-year agreements put into place?
That's what we've been doing.
Okay.
I move we authorize a new 5-year agreement between the City of Arkansas City and Cali County Rural Fire District number 5 to provide fire protection services to that district, including an increase in the annual levy from 7.5 mils to 7.8 mils.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Number 2,
An ordinance repealing ordinance number 2025-7-4638 and thereby reinstating ordinance number 2015-02-4380 relating to the Summit Plaza Community Improvement District sales tax in the city of Arkansas City, Kansas pursuant to KSA 12-6A26 ETSEQ.
So at our last meeting, we were excited to repeal the CID sales tax at the Summit Plaza. So we had reached the $750,000 eligible cost amount. Jennifer, something kept bugging Jennifer, and so she dug deeper into the agreement, and after consulting with our attorneys and stuff, and then reaching out to the developer, there is a clause in there that there's some interest on a loan for that $750,000 that needs to be repaid as well, and it's a tune of 7%. And so, with that being said, we still have several more years and approximately $350,000 yet on that needs to be paid. So anyway, with that, we need to repeal that ordinance that was going to repeal the sales tax. So.
And this comes from the 1 cent sales tax.
Yeah,
They
so
will
there's
pay
a
for that.
special sales tax district set up in the
just
south
for that area.
just for that, those businesses in that area.
So it's no city money or anything like that.
No,
It's
no,
just
it's
solely
just
the sales tax.
taxes derived from the sales out of those two businesses. Yeah.
So
Okay.
what happens if the 22 years comes before this is all
Yeah.
paid off?
Then,
Then it does.
So when this was brought up, everybody kind of was shuffling their seat a little bit, uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because we thought we had it taken care of, and we didn't.
well, it is embarrassing to the one meeting you're repealing the sales tax, thinking it's over with, and then finding that there was still some language in there that they didn't allow us to repeal that yet. I'm not making it.
With that said, I am not blaming you guys. So hold on, Randy. I'm not blaming you guys. My point is, this company that put this together had
Very good lawyers.
very good lawyers, very bad intentions, and they were able to, or very good intentions for themselves.
Yeah.
And they had some stuff written in there to get them paid for a very long time. And luckily, we do have somebody, high top on staff that was able to get in there and make sure things were getting done, and we don't get ourselves in a pickle here.
The other thing too is you can only repeal a sales tax every quarter, and so in order for us to meet the quarter to repeal the sales tax, it had to be done at that meeting for it to come off in this next quarter. And so we were trying to meet that, and so there was just a lot of things lined up that. But again, none of us were involved in the original formation of that. And the language in there was not clear unless you're an attorney and know how to make unclear language clear. So, but anyway, that's the background on that. So,
okay. Well, if it's something we've got to do, it's something we've got to do. So I will make a motion for an ordinance repealing ordinance number 2025-07-4638 and thereby reinstating ordinance number 2015-02-4380 relating to the Summit Plaza Community Improvement District sales tax in the city of Arkansas City, Kansas, pursuant to KSA 126A26 ETSEQ.
Second.
Any further comments or questions? Okay.
Mayor Beeson,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Stover,
Yes.
Commissioner Spillman,
Yes.
Commissioner Tweedy,
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you. Number 3,
a resolution authorizing the city of Arkansas City to approve the notice of intent to exceed revenue neutral rate and set the date for the public hearing at 5:30 p.m. on September 2nd, 2025, for the purpose of hearing and answering objections of taxpayers relating to the revenue neutral rate and the amount of the ad valorem tax and proposed use of all funds.
So as part of the budget process, we're required by state statute to notify the county clerk by July 20th of our intent to exceed the revenue neutral rate. That rate was calculated at 57.478 for next year's budget. As of Friday at our work session, we currently sit at 58.274 with the changes that you had me made Friday, with the intent to keep squeezing everything we can out of this budget. So that is where we're at right now, 58.274, which is just under a mil or just over a mil from the R&R. So,
And I think somebody asked the question for the average homeowner at $100,000, this would add
Yeah.
$13.
yeah,
Basically.
$10.68
Oh,
on a
even better.
$100,000 house.
Even
for
better,
the year.
$10.
So
Okay. And
We can lower it, but we can't.
there we go.
exceed
That was the other thing I wanted to make
So
sure was made
once you
sure.
guys pass this resolution, whatever mill rate we set tonight, we cannot exceed that, but we can always come down.
And
And
This will also set the hearing for September 2nd at 5:30.
Commissioner Spillman?
and my vote will be determined on this, simply to the fact, we have no idea what insurance is going to do next year after these storms. And it's too big a guessing game to be out there, along with health insurance also. So I don't think we have a choice in this.
And I maybe set myself up. Last year, we exceeded it, but then we came back under what we were going to
We
originally.
did come down, a little
Okay.
bit, yep.
So,
We still exceeded it, but yes, we did. come
right,
down.
we still tried to make cuts at it even after that.
And we're still working on, there's some priority decisions that the commission can make here in the next, few weeks to lower this and
Yeah.
again.
Randy and I spent a couple hours together today even, so we'll have some more to bring back to you
And I
for
think
the
it-
hearing. So,
But again, it's less than, where we're at right now is less than a mil, so it's like, what point,
Yeah.
0.79
Yeah.
of a mil increase over last year, so.
Okay.
Yeah, this is basically 0.8 mil.
Yeah.
So that's,
yeah, we're working hard. I'm working with all the department heads on everything we can do, so.
Then I make a motion for a resolution authorizing the city of Arkansas City to approve the notice of intent to exceed the revenue neutral rate and set the date for a public hearing for 5:30 PM on September 2nd, 2025 for the purpose of hearing and answering objections of taxpayers relating to the revenue neutral rate and the amount of the oh boy, Tiffany,
Valorian.
valerium tax and proposed use of all funds.
Second.
Any further comments? Questions? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Number 4.
A resolution authorizing the city of Arkansas City to accept $115,840 in federal grant funds from the Kansas Department of Wildlife through the National Park Service Land and Water Conservation Fund, project number 20-00839, for the Wilson Park Pickleball Courts project, and committing a local funds match of $115,840 provided by a private fundraising group for a total project cost of $231,680.
Well, it only took 34 minutes, but we got some good news finally.
Yeah.
Does the pickleball group have enough money to do this?
They're currently fundraising. I think I hate to give a number out in public, but they got a number. It's less than 100,000, I believe, but greater than 50. And I think their fundraising efforts will be a lot easier now that the grant is approved. They feel like it will be. And we have until, I have to look at the deal, but I think we have until May 31st of 28 to complete the project. So we have about 3 years to fundraise if need be. So
until we get our local grant, we won't collect that 115,000.
yeah, this is a reimbursement grant. So what'll happen is that we'll have to start the project and then we'll submit for reimbursement of funds. So.
Well, I would move we approve a resolution authorizing the city of Arkansas City, Kansas to accept $1,840 in federal grants from the Kansas Department of Wildlife through the National Park Service Land and Water Conservation Fund. Project number 20-800839 for the Wilson Park pickleball courts and committing a local match of $115,840 provided by private fundraising group for a total of $231,680.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. City manager updates and reminders.
So after that good news of receiving a grant, we also received bad news that we were not awarded the CBDG grant this round for the project we had in Wilson Park. So we'll regroup. We're supposed to get some feedback from Department of Commerce on our application and how we can improve it. And so we'll regroup after that and see if we want to continue to try for that project. We were approached late last week by the Chamber of Commerce and a couple of downtown business owners with the concerns from this latest hailstorm. There was, obviously a lot of damage in our community from that large hail, and some of the small businesses, even though they have insurance and are responsible business owners and doing everything the right way, these deductibles that are on some of these policies are extremely expensive, and for a small business to come up with $40,000 for deductibles, pretty tough. So we've been working with the county. They did issue a disaster declaration on this, and so we're working with them to try to push that through up to KDM, Kansas Department of Emergency Management, and then from there, then we have the possibility of getting some SBA funding through low interest loans, things like that may be helpful. The folks that experienced flooding in like El Dorado and stuff early in June, they have access to some SBA funding. And again, it's low interest. It's not free money, but low interest funds to help them recover with property damage or loss of business and financial woes from that. So that would be our goal, is to try to get some help available for our local businesses through a program such as that. So we reached out to all of our elected legislators from the fed down to the state levels, and again, working with county and trying to turn over every stone we can to see if there's any potential help out there for our local businesses. So we'll keep you posted on that as that kind of unfolds. And then the bike trail is slowly starting. There's some workers on site. So hopefully that'll start, the dirt will start flying and things will start moving quicker there. And we have all the permitting in place now with the railroad for replacing the sewer line underneath over at Avenue F Street, and then over at the travel center by the middle school. So equipment's being mobilized now, so that should start going in here pretty quick. We got to get as quickly as we can. We need to get in and get out of the middle school property so we can be in and out of there before school starts. So Q Mechanical is working hard on that. But
Is that our little excavator that's sitting there right now?
that'd be Kuhn.
Is that okay?
Yeah, they'll be doing the project. So
Gotcha.
they've got some manholes to place on the middle school property, and then I think they're going to do the directional boring from the east side of the railroad and come across there. So I think once they get the manhole set and some of that pipe in the ground, it should be minimal disturbance over there, and should be in and out of there hopefully before we get in trouble from the school on that. And so as you might have seen out here, they started replacing City Hall roof this week, and so we'll hopefully have a solid roof again soon up here. And then staff and Jennifer, I don't know if you have any updates on that, but the staff's been working on the vehicle and property claims, and so obviously we have a lot of vehicles and properties to work through, and so everybody's working, trying to get that identified and lined up for repairs. And I gave you a copy of the project update report from Nick. And then I think Shanna left a flyer on your desk there. So the fire EMS department is having a pop in the park on August 2nd from 3 to 6. They'll have their fire truck spraying water on the kids and kind of pop and all that good stuff. So Obviously, if you want to show up there and see and participate in activities, you're welcome to do that. And then the last thing I have on my list here is the Joby Avery nominations are due August 1st. So if you have any thoughts on someone who may be a good nominee, please feel free to get that turned in.
Randy, going back to the hail damage, would there be historic preservation funds available to help them restore some of the roofs?
Possibly, yes.
There's
But-
a lot of paperwork I know involved.
Yeah, but that is possible. But it won't. That's not a quick thing
Yeah.
either. It takes time. And so for those that are trying to need to come up with, their portion quickly, it's can be difficult. But Josh White in Neighborhood Services is the contact point for that. If anybody would want to talk to him on that,
Okay.
he's the expert in that historical district funding, and he can get him in the right direction, give him some help.
All right. Item 8, items for discussion by city commissioners. Commissioners?
I have nothing.
I don't know.
I had something I'd called Randy and gave him a heads up on it. I don't like surprising him. I did get a message, and there was a little bit of conversation concerning the stoplights running through Summit. Not that it's a bad thing, but citizens that have been here forever, 13 miles an hour should get you all the way through those. And I know we've got 2 of them that are offset right now, and so that question was put, and so I asked Randy to look into it and see what he knew.
So I visited with Tony Tapia, and so there are one of the lights has a newer computer, the others are older. And when they lose power, he says they lose the sync. They have been out there trying to get them synced up, but it's been difficult to do that. So again, we've been talking about removing some of those here for a while now. So I think we'll probably bring a plan to you guys here in the near future on that and see about taking some of those out. But yeah, that's where they are working to try to get them to sync up better, and it's just older technology, new technology, and trying to make it work together. So
I think everybody knows that we're putting forth an effort, at least we'll make it feel better. Are we gonna check with Chief on thoughts on the removing of the lights? Or?
yeah, Tony and I were going to visit with
Okay.
him tomorrow and see what his thoughts are on that.
All right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
When's bridge construction on F Street going to start?
I'm not sure I don't know that we have a construction date yet, but things are moving. We had some correspondence on that just the other day. So, but I don't know that I have a date. I don't think on that update he has anything on that. I can try to find out where we're at on that for sure and get back to you. But yeah, I know there was some correspondence the other day with the engineer and on that. So. It was more, I think, on the design work and that type of stuff.
Is it KDOT doing the design?
No, we hired Kirk and Michael to do that.
Okay.
All right. Item number 9, comments from audience. Not on the agenda.
No one signed up to speak.
Okay. 10, financial summary.
It's in your packet. Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Everything looks good though, right?
Everything
Yeah,
was great.
yeah.
You would know it if it didn't.
All right. I make a motion that we adjourn.
Second?
Those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries.